Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to a beautiful Saturday and a very unexpected stream today. But I am so glad to be able to be here with you today. This is Simeon from PraiseTracks.com, home of the joyful sound. And we're going to be taking a look at a brand new addition to the orchestra series from Best Services and Sonuscore. And, I really enjoy the products from Sonuscore, and Best Service has partnered with them to continue this amazing thing called the orchestra. And I'm so happy to see everybody here. I'm sorry I didn't have a chance to tweet it out or announce it because it was just kind of like off the cuff and so quick. But I know that there has been a lot of questions and interest about this new library, and I wanted to just jump on real quick and just go through a little bit of it and play through some of the patches and answer any questions while we are live. And so, feel free to jump in the chat, and if you have any questions, just let me know. And as always, I just, I am so very grateful for the support that everyone has been giving the channel. It's just been such a joy to be able to present all these libraries with all of you today. And so it's like when I find out something, when I'm able to get a hold of a library, I want to share it as soon as I can with you. It's just like I get so excited when I start playing it. I actually got this yesterday, and so it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and just take a look at some of the basics of what the Orchestra Essentials essentially is. And so what it is like the entry, it's like the ground floor of the orchestra series, and it is $99. And what it includes is basic ensembles, like the ensembles of the full orchestra, like you have string sections, horns. They even throw in a little bit of choir. Hello, my friend. Hello, Will. Good to see you. But what I really love about it is it gives people a chance to experience the sounds of the orchestra without having to invest right away in one of the larger packages. And here is Sonuscore's website featuring, you can get some information, and all the links are going to be down in the description below. It just takes some of the flavors and it lets you experience those. So I'm going to just dive right in to this essentials. So here we go. Are we ready? Okay, so here we go. And I love the fact that they've updated this browser because it makes everything so easy to get to. And you'll just notice on the side, so you have like tags like the orchestra, and this comes in its own NKI. So let me just show you real quick. So you've got the Orchestra Essentials and the Orchestra, and then the Orchestra Complete. Now the Orchestra Essentials has that one NKI, and then the Orchestra, the next step up, has the individual sections and articulations. So you've got strings, brass, woodwinds, and then when you go to the Orchestra Complete, you really get the choir and the strings of winter and brass and percussion. You get a lot of things. So it's just a cool way to just start small with the orchestra. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that it actually was recorded by the same orchestra as Audio Imperia, the Budapest Art Orchestra. So here we go. I'm just going to pull up the Orchestral Colors. And when you click that Orchestral Colors, it will give you those selections over here on the right. And let's just play the strings, and we'll just go through some of these and have some fun. Thanks for joining me, as always. So here's the strings. And the thing is, they're not individual sections, they're the full string sections. So in Essentials, you're not going to have violins, violas, cellos, basses. You're going to have the whole string section combined. So this is what we've got. Hey, Fabian, good to see you. And then you have the control, the modulation that controls the dynamic layers. And I think for right out off the bat, for an Essentials package, I think the sounds are really good. There we go. Yeah, it's always good to be first, and if I can do it, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it as fast as I can. I just, yeah, and this is just the first string patch, and that full ensemble just gives you that ability to just play in the moment and sketch. And I like having that control. You can get those softer strings and then build it up. Okay, let's go to full tremolo. And the browser is just so quick to load. See, I'm in E flat. You have the essential articulations here. Hey, Fred, thank you so much. It is my pleasure. It is my great pleasure. And we've just got to keep looking up throughout all the crazy things. So this is the marcato. And I'm noticing that the dynamic is controlled by velocity when you're doing the marcato. So the modulation wheel doesn't affect that. So let's just kind of dig into that. Hey, Firdaus. Yeah, so sometimes if I'm early, it means that you guys are going to bed, and then if I'm early, the guys in Europe are kind of in the middle of the day. So I try to catch it. I try to catch it as much as I can. But I like those marcatos. Good night. Have a wonderful night's sleep, and wake up and catch the replay. Yeah. That is so cool. I love that. Okay, so full staccato. So you've got, all of these are going to be full. All the sections playing, and, everything's stretched out here. So this is the staccato. And same thing with the dynamic control is velocity. Yeah, it's almost like the Close Encounter. And having those dynamics just by velocity, just let you kind of just play it. Yeah, Yeah, I agree. Hey, Apollo, good to see you. And Chuck D, man, I didn't realize I was going to be on myself, but I was so excited about wanting to share. And I did see some questions on some of the forums about just needing a quick walkthrough. And so I said, why not? Just enjoy being here. Man. Yeah, and I didn't have time to do a tweet or announce this, so this was just really on the spur of the moment. So that's why it's always good to subscribe and click on those notifications, so you can make sure. Yeah, see, you can just stay in these colors for a while, and having those dynamic layers velocity controlled just helps you just flow and not have to worry about it. And Apollo, I'm using my keyboard, my QWERTY keyboard is covering that up, but it's a Studio Logic SL, Studio Logic SL88 Grand, and it is by far one of the nicest keyboards that I've played because of the dynamic range. It's a fully weighted keyboard. The keys are wooden, so you have a little bit of heft to it. But I have been playing it for a little bit over a year, and I really enjoy this keyboard. The dynamic range, I can just play soft, very soft, and then just dig into it. You can hear how I can just get the very softest dynamic. And I can dig in a little bit deeper. And it goes with me. It just goes with me. It does what I want it to do. It's almost like a sports car that will respond to what you give it. So that's what I've experienced with this Studio Logic controller. And I know that the Kawai has the VPC, and I actually played like one of their digital pianos, and that was a great experience as well. And the difference is the Kawai keyboard has escapement. So when you press down on the key, there's a little bump, just like on a real piano action. But I don't really miss it with this SL88. So let's jump right back. And Burgundy, man, well, just subscribe and click on those notifications, and you'll be good to go. Okay, so pizzicato. Yeah, I think they do have a 73 note Burgundy, a 73 note controller that has that. So this is the pizzicato. And again, same thing, dynamics are controlled with velocity. And this is the thing, they've made the investment in these larger packages, and they're able to give you the same quality of sound in this essential package, which I think is phenomenal. If you don't have a full orchestra library, this is a great one to start with because it gives you the essentials, and not just any essentials, but high quality essentials. And you hear that nice room sound. So let's see. So we can go to the main, and this shows you all the different parts. So, oh wow, okay, so this is interesting. So we do have different sections, and that's interesting. So we've got violin 1, violin 2, and so that's that in the main. So that's how we've put this together. That's interesting. So I was just mainly just staying right here in this in that preset section, yeah, the browser section, and then when you click into the main, then it breaks it down. So you've got 5 different slots, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 5 different slots, and so yeah, so we do have some separation here with those, so you can actually create your own parts here. So I'm learning as well. I'm just really fascinated with this browser, how it makes it so nice. So that's the pizzicato. And now we'll go to the Woodwinds. And I think Studio Logic has got a surprise coming in October. And all I know is that they released a teaser a little bit ago about a brand new keyboard or something. Now this is the Woods. Now let's just go to the mains and see what we've got. So we can, yeah. So you've got individual parts. And so that's cool. And so you can use multiple instances and just kind of put some things together. So this allows you to combine those individual, yeah, very cool. Okay, that's the full sustain. And you can go through the dynamics with the mod. Yeah, cool. And full marcato. Yeah, the bassoon. Yeah, so we've got, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Okay, staccato, the woodwind section. Yeah, that's got a little personality to it. Okay, now we've got brass. So basically what they give you in the these ensembles, ensemble patches, sustains, marcato, staccato, and with the brass, you've got sustain, marcato, and staccato. So this is the full sustain. We've got trumpets, horns. So trumpet. And I like having that control of the dynamics. And that's really nice. And the horns. Bones. And again, you got that. They even give you a little sampling of their Horns from Hell section, the Evil Brass sustain. And let's. And those are really more aggressive horns in that package. And then when you combine them all together, so you can get a really fat orchestral sound. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, and Marcato. Very rich, very rich, very rich. So staccato. I like the sound of these, and you forget that this is an entry level product. There's that aggressiveness of that the horn section. That's kind of like reminding me of something I heard in LaLa Land. It's another day of sun. Yeah, that's where it was. Yeah. And you can just punch it. Yeah, that's fun. That is fun. And then we've got, they give us some full orchestra, high sustains, and let's just take a look at what they've given us. So flutes, oboes, trumpets, violins. So that's another thing. You just don't have ensemble presets, but you can go in and create your own from the patches that they've given you. So they've not just left you with just ensembles only, which I think is a real nice thing. So this is trumpet, flute, and violin. So the higher members of the orchestra. And then you've got that dynamic control, high marcato, and basically it's the same thing. So you've got the same articulations, but just... And having different combinations, like the flutes and strings, it gives you different textures to play with. Okay, and so you have the low, you have the low orchestra too. Yeah, what can you say about that? That is pretty cool. Pretty cool. And I think, let's see. Yeah. So you've got the evil brass in there, and that gives it that little extra edge on there. Yeah, just makes it huge. It makes it well, it makes it not so pretty, but it's aggressive. It's a little aggressive, and a lot of libraries, they don't necessarily give you that little extra aggressiveness that you need sometimes. And then just okay, so I'm just clicking on these, and they're loading really, really nice. And the other thing is that this is it's a very lightweight. So I'm looking. I always look at the CPU meters and the voice counts and stuff. So the CPU just on these colors really pretty low, like 3% of what I'm doing here. But I'm hitting these notes and I'm getting voice counts of like 40. So there's so many layers and so many things going on. But it's a very cool, nice, lightweight, essential package. Yeah. So let's see what we've got. Flutes, violins. So this is mixed flute, violin, sustain. And let's look at the mixer. So the mixer, we have control over the different parts. So you've got these 5 different elements. So I want the flutes a little bit louder. So I can come up here. That's very nice. And then you've got the reverb. You can crank that reverb up. Just very high quality core sounds to get you started. Okay, so let's look down at some more of these. Yeah, so you've got the mixed brass and yeah, bassoon. Okay, yeah, the bassoon and cello. They're giving you some really cool things, cool places to start. And then you've got some of the strings of winter mixed in here as well. So you've got strings of winter is just a really icy type of thing. Strings. So yeah. So those strings of winter are just kind of like the horns, the evil brass. They've got that little edge to them. So it just gives you another color that you can use. It's got a little icy aggressiveness to those strings of winter patches they give you here. Okay, so we'll kind of bypass the rhythm. Well, let's just touch the rhythms a little bit. So you'll notice that the keys that are green, that's what they suggest is the most is the optimal range for these parts here. So these are basically just patterns, nothing real fancy, just eighth notes. You've got eighths, sixteenths, and triplets, and then we can go to the engine and kind of see what that's doing. So that's the arpeggiator. And the steps, control like the velocity. Now let's see what happens when I do the modulation wheel. It affects the intensity of whatever these engines are doing, whatever the arpeggiators are doing here. And you see that it doesn't come in until we get right about there with this arpeggiator 3. And you have control over that. So that's interesting. The engine that they've created is just such an interesting part of the orchestra's approach. Okay, so we got chasing sixteenths, just drop down a little bit. And this is synced to your tempo and your DAW. Now see, I'm just holding that chord down, and it's just performing those sixteenths. Really interesting. Okay, so hope everything's going good, and we're going good. Everybody's looking good. Things are looking good. Yes. Okay. So let's go ahead. Yeah, and you've got a ton of these that they've given you in the different sections. So it's just one of those things you just explore. It's really a fantastic package. Okay, so now let's get to the hallmark of what the orchestra really is known for, is these animated orchestra, the animated orchestra, the engine. Home, good to see you. Yeah, I agree. It sounds fantastic, and I've reviewed the orchestra and the Orchestra Complete, and I'm telling you, it's just like this being essential really doesn't feel, very light to me. It feels like the same heart and quality is in this. But yeah, for $99, I guess that's what they're selling this for, to get you into a very full-featured, I guess, for the price and for what you're getting. I think it's they just were able to leverage all of that investment that they put into those larger libraries and just kind of pass that along. And yeah, and if you do, that's the thing. That's the thing too. If you do have the larger packages, this is great, especially if you have like a road system or something, because this would take up a lot less resources and disk space and that type of thing. But you still have the core essence of these sounds. It's just really cool. Okay, so let's take a look at the animated orchestra a little bit. This is called Burning Skies. Now we always want to start with that modulation wheel down. And watch what happens. You bring it in. Now let's go to the engine, see what the engine's doing. And you bring that modulation wheel up. So right now, Carlos, the CPU is, I see it hitting, it's 7-8%. And then it jumps, maybe you get a jump about 10%, 12%. I think 12% is the highest that it's jumped. But it's averaging around 8%. The dynamics are crazy. And this is Burning Skies. Wow. That's fun. That is a lot of fun. Oh my gosh. It does seem like it's not hitting the CPU as much as what you would expect. So this is Black Wall. And then again, oh wow. So this is the evil horns. Yeah, the evil brass. And then you can go into the mixer and adjust those parts. See, there's and you hear that hitting. The arpeggiator too. That's those ostinatos going on. Yeah, the evil brass marcato is just really brings it home. Really brings it home. Men of War, yeah. Now see, I've got that modulation wheel down, so you get the really low dynamics. Then as you bring it up. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's so cool. Calling the Galdians. And we have violin staccato, violin two staccato, violas, and yes, so we're going to call the Galdians here. Well, okay. Yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's just listen. Let's look at that arpeggiator. Yeah. Now see, the arpeggiator 3 is the bass, and then you have them doing those really cool ostinatos. Yeah, right here, just holding this. Four, 5, 6%. And I'm running OBS and doing all the streaming and all this stuff too. I mean, I'm just holding that E flat down. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. That is what is so fun about this series. And then the dynamics again. The intensity can keep building. Now imagine, so you can take this with the strings, go in with another instance of this, and just keep building it out. You can just keep building this out. It's inspiration fuel. That's what I love about this. Yeah, inspiration fuel. That's all I can say. You know, Carlos, okay, so this is essential. They actually just added percussion to the Orchestra Complete 2. There is no percussion. Let me just see. I do not think. Okay, you know what? Yeah, there is percussion. So I'm just going to let's just see here. Let me see. Let's just go to Orchestral Colors and see. Percussion is grayed out there, but I'm going to just see if I can just pull up a percussion here. I'm going to just do this in the string full sustain, but I'm going to see if I can pull percussion up. So the timpani, we just have the timpani hit. So the timpani just goes to this, C here. And it sounds like there's just two dynamic layers. So you've got the soft hits, and then when you dig into it, it transitions into the hard. Okay, tubular bells, same thing. Okay. Okay, so percussion, tubular bells. Well, that doesn't sound like, it doesn't sound like a tubular bell. Let's see. I think I might have found a bug. Or you found a bug. Glockenspiel, let's see. Yeah, so their tubular bells is actually, if you're watching, we need to fix that. We need those tubular bells. So the Glockenspiel. And let's see, while we're here, keys and harp. So there is a harp. And we have a pipe organ. Yeah, and again, for Essentials, it's really cool. And we've got a female choir, a little bit of... Yeah, that's really cool. Okay. Okay. So sometimes I found if I hear little pops and crackles there, you saw what I did. I went and changed my clock, my buffer size on the interface, and that somehow syncs, OBS, and I'm using Cakewalk by BandLab, so it kind of syncs the clock, the audio interface when I kind of refresh that. So hopefully that'll. And most of the time, that's where pops and clicks come from. It's because I'm running low CPU. It's basically how the audio interface, the ASIO interface, is communicating with the DAW and with OBS. So, okay, yeah, that's cool. I'm glad we discovered that. So percussion, the tubular bells, they need to fix that. So, okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the engine here, back to the main. And let's go to the Animated Orchestra again. Warrior's Path. And here we've got, okay, so make sure I unmute these. Warrior's Path. And we've got trumpets, violins, and cello. So this is kind of cool. So it has the, now let's start soft. Yeah. And then the rhythms are more. It's regal, it's big, it's amazing. Okay, shoot to kill. It's so you have that dynamic, really kind of cool. Build up that tension. Okay, let's see here. No, not in this one, Paul. So I do see where there are different time signatures here. You can see 4, 4, 3, 4, 6, 8, 5, 8, and 7, 8. But let me do this. Let me do this. I'm always interested in trying something, and especially if we can see something. So I'm going to go to the Orchestra Complete. And I'm going to go ahead and load the Orchestra Complete too. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can definitely see that. I can definitely see that. Okay, so let's just see. Let's go to the browser here. Okay, yeah. So with the Orchestra Complete 2, we've got 7/8. Let's just load a 7/8 time. Chasing snatchers is 7/8. Let's just take a listen to that. Yeah, Carlos, absolutely. This would be a definite. So this is in 7/8. Six, seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So the Orchestra Complete 2 has all of those additional odd time signatures, which is really interesting for sure. Okay, so let's go back to the Essentials. Deploy the troops. Yeah, these are like. Okay, so let's see. Just royal, under pressure. Pressure, under pressure. And it responds to how you're playing this. And you don't have to hold that chord down. You don't have to hold a chord down. You can, but what happens is when you start playing the melodies and interacting, it kind of follows you. Yeah, I like that. You create your reality. Well, yes. Earlier in the beginning of the stream, if you go back and watch the replay, it does have the individual instruments that are available. So I think that's really cool that they give you that. And like I said, you can actually combine those to make up your own combinations, your own layers in multi. Which is really fun. So Wizard's Dream. Let's just take a look at what's included here. Flutes, clarinet, tremolo, double bass. So let's take a listen. Let's see. Yeah, see, and I've got the modulation. And you bring that modulation up and you see the arpeggiator kicking in. And again, that's what I love about, you see this mod, the modulation wheel is just, it controls that intensity, not only of the arpeggiators, but you can just see the envelopes that control volumes and dynamics, and it's just wonderful. Okay, let's just do some more. And we've gotten some of the really big things. I want to see. And then this is kind of interesting too. You've got majestic, peaceful. Let's do peaceful. So when you click peaceful, like on feel or mood, it will sort through those. So let's see, Magic Within. And at low dynamics. Yes, you create reality. Yes, it does work with the free Contact player, and that's a great thing to have. If you don't have Contact already, this will make it work for you. Yeah, and when you crank up that, you hear the pizzicatos kicking in. Okay, Flying Colors. Yeah.
And now, breaking news. The Orchestra Essentials is now available for $99 from Best Services and Sonuscore. Filled with animated, orchestrations, percussion, individual sections, ensembles. It can be yours. You can create your next epic score with the Orchestra Essentials. Yeah, that's cool. Only $99. This just in.
Yeah, that's just like breaking news here. And that had the peaceful thing, and it was like, okay, that's interesting. That's cool. Okay. Oh man. Facing the truth. You can't handle the truth, but and each one of these has a different personality to it. And then you can just, that intensity just makes it work, man. Okay, cool. King's Arrival.
I am Spartacus.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. Yeah, the tempo, Billy, is control, because I've got this at 120. Let's go down to 80. So the same thing, the King's Arrival, and it follows your host tempo. Yeah, so let's go back to that 120 and Fountain of Youth. And thanks again, everybody. And if it's your first time, thank you for subscribing and liking and supporting the channel. I am so blessed to be here. And so it's just wonderful to be with you all today. So Fountain of Youth. Yeah. Yeah, SN, the free contact player also comes with a standalone, so you can use it in standalone mode as well. So that's another opportunity. Yeah, so that is so cool. Beautiful. Beautiful. So much going on here. Let's see. It is beautiful. So let's see something here. There's something that I saw last night that was really, really nice. And, well, let me tell you, Lightwing, okay, so Lightwing says East-West Orchestrator has a serious competitor. Well, actually, the secret is that Sonuscore, the one that developed the orchestra, also was behind developing the orchestrator with East-West. So they kind of took the DNA of the orchestra and their philosophy actually and just fused it together with the East-West. So that's yeah. So East-West Orchestrator was developed in cooperation with Sonuscore. So that's kind of cool. So they've taken that into just so many different places. So, okay. I want to see something here because there was something. Okay. Midnight Pulse. Okay. Okay. So we know that today, the day of this live stream is the 20th anniversary of September 11th, and so I would dare not miss an opportunity to remember that solemn occasion. It changed the world pretty much, and especially here in the United States. And I just want to just take some time and just not only remember those that were lost in the original attacks, but those who have been affected over the past 20 years. And just kind of just spend a little time honoring their memory. And we still have a long way to go. It's amazing. Just to offer a prayer for our country and for those in the world, especially here in the United States. We need a lot of grace, a lot of crazy stuff going on. But I felt like this patch really kind of helps communicate some of that. Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesty, above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. We will never forget. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. All right. Yeah, wow. So thank you so much for joining me today on this impromptu live stream. It's a fabulous, fabulous day to spend some time with my friends, with spending my time with you, and spending time just sharing these beautiful moments of music and memory, and just appreciate it. Thank you for all the support. All the links are going to be down in the description below. And let's just leave out, let's just see if we can leave, deploy the troops. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's see. So until next time, this is Simeon from PraiseTracks.com. Stay joyful, and I will look forward to seeing you all next time.